Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. This is season 7, episode number 12, the Songs Edition. Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm still here in North Carolina for another day.
On assignment.
Yes, on assignment. Our assignment was actually canceled because of weather. I'm leaving early because of weather. Besides that, did do a lot of learning. Savannah's not here tonight. She's out at being a better Christian than I am at a Bible study with her mom.
Oh, yes.
But we did do our homework and listen to the album today.
You did? Okay.
She was a little impressed. She was okay with it.
She helped you review the album of the week.
Yes.
Now, Andy, today is January 29th, 2026. This is our last episode of the month of January. February, we kick into what? What's the focus?
Country music albums we do for February. Usually have a different theme. We start with the Johnny Cash albums. We did that a couple years ago because it was a leap year, and we ended up having 5 Thursdays that month.
Okay.
Well, there's actually 6 albums in it, so we broke our own rules to start with. We did that. Then we just did country albums last February. And this year it's going to be athletes who have recorded country albums.
Crossover.
Yes.
Sports and songs.
I say athletes who've done country albums. From most of the research I've done, it's mostly football players. Trying to find one who wasn't a football player just to be different, but it is what it is. A couple are pretty obvious, if you know anything about older football and country albums. A couple pretty obvious ones. I've found about 7. If you have suggestions, please put them in the comments below. Go, hey, what about so-and-so? He did an album and this and that. So not a song, but a guy who did a whole album.
An album review for the month of February. Each Thursday night, we're going to do that this year as our special.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Here's our album review. We're going to do a little Ted Nugent tonight, Andy.
Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted. It's Spirit of the Wild is the name of the album. And let me get rid of the banner here so we get some. So we can see Uncle Ted with his Indian headdress and whatnot, all ready to rock. Okay, that's not it. Here we go.
There it is.
All right, so Spirit of the Wild is the 11th studio album. I'll repeat that. 11th studio album by Ted Nugent. He's considered an American hard rock musician. Released May of 1995 on Atlantic Records. He brought in Mike Lutz from the rock band Brownsville Station.
Yep.
I've never heard of them. Have you?
Brownsville Station was the original band who recorded Smoking in the Boys' Room the first time.
Oh, okay. See?
We're here to educate.
I did not know that. So they brought him in to play bass and also produce it. Spirit of the Wild marks the return of Nugent's original sound of hard rock instead of the pop metal style of his 80s work. And so, we reviewed, I think, 1 or 2 of his 80s albums, maybe just the one.
Yep.
Little Miss Dangerous, I think. And then in the 70s, he was good, hard rock, 80s a little softer. Now 90s back to the real, raw rock music. He brought back Derek St. Holmes for vocals again. And this album has 12 songs, and 6 are done by St. Holmes, 6 are done vocals by Ted Nugent. So they mix it up. And here is the song track listing. Thyrosaurus. That is Derek St. Holmes on lead there. Good song. Wrong Side of Town is also Derek St. Holmes. I Shoot Back is a blues, kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan feel to it, or James Brown. And so that is very good. That's a song that Ted himself sings. Tooth, Fang, and Claw is next. Ted sings this, and the lyrics have to do about Ted's way of life, basically how to live, how he lives, and how he focuses on things. There's a mention of Fred Bear in that. There's a mention of Spirit of the Wild, which is a song later on. Fred Bear is a song later on, but they tie all this stuff together in the song Tooth, Fang, and Claw. Talks about his hunting and outdoorsman and living, basically his outdoorsman lifestyle. Basically, very good. Song 5 is Love Jacker. This one, Derek St. Holmes is on lead vocals. This has a Motown feel to it.
A little bit, yeah. Well, he's from Detroit. He's
So he's from
Motor City
Detroit.
man.
A lot of Michigan in here, a lot of Upper Peninsula, regular Michigan, Detroit tied into this. So there's a little homage to Motown. Song 6 is Fred Bear. Fred Bear, a longtime friend of his that died in 1988. He does a song dedicated to him. Very good song as well. Next song is Primitive Man. Derek St. Holmes on lead. Next song is Hot or Cold. That's Ted Nugent on lead vocals. And then Kiss My Ass by Ted. Now, this one he goes after various liberals and kind of left-wing folks that have been bugging him. This is in the mid-90s now.
What?
Been bugging him, and as a pain in the butt for Ted. Fun, uplifting, upbeat song, good humor, very good humor in this, but it does take time to go after several people that are on the wrong side, if you will.
He's not afraid to name drop. Let's put it that way.
He does name drop, and this is very funny. It's a very good song. Next song is Heart and Soul. This is Derek St. Holmes. I think this is probably one of the weaker tracks, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Derek St. Holmes vocals. The songs are still good. I still like listening to the guitar work because Nugent's guitar work on all the songs. But
yeah,
St. Holmes it drops it down a notch. It's okay. The next song is Spirit of the Wild, the title track, and so Derek St. Holmes sings that as the vocals. It's got some good guitar work, but that is the song that Ted Nugent used when he started his television series.
Yes,
it was 2001. Was the theme song for Nugent's hunting TV show called Spirit of the Wild. They went on, I just looked this up today, they produced over 500 episodes on cable TV since 2001. I didn't know that.
I knew he'd done a lot. It was all kind of hit and miss on it, but I tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever seen an episode.
Yeah, very good stuff. As far as his background and his knowledge being outdoors and with wild game and whatnot. That is the theme song. And then the final song is Just Do It Like This. Now, Ted sings this song. This reminds me of the old, kind of the mid to late 70s Ted Nugent.
Yep.
Just him winging it, having a good time, and not a serious song, but it's just wild Ted. Good stuff. So before this, the previous album was If You Can't Lick 'Em, Lick 'Em. That was 1988 studio album.
Very 88 type title for
and then Spirit of the Wild was the only studio album, only one that he did in 1990s, the entire decade that was a studio album. So if you get a chance, pick this up, listen to it, you'll like it. It's a good album. Like I said, Derek St. Holmes does 6 of the songs on lyrics. Ted Nugent does the other 6. Nugent's on guitar on all 12 songs. Here's the board member that the personnel, the band members. And so what he does typically, like these other solo artists, they'll bring in these session guys for the album. Ted Nugent's on guitar and lead vocals for half of it. Derek St. Holmes, half the tracks, he's the lead vocal. Mike Lutz on bass and also keyboards. And then Denny Carmassi on drums for about, I think he does 6 or 7 or 8 of the songs on drums. And Denny goes way back as well. They also bring in Benny Rappa to do drums on one track, and Gunnar Ross. Gunnar Ross, the late Gunnar Ross, he died recently, did the drums on the Fred Bear song. Now, the front cover. You're going to like this, Andy. I got a feeling you might know this answer to this, though. The cover photo comes from a show in Cobo Arena, Detroit. Another homage to Detroit.
Yep.
This was his New Year's Day show, 1995, doing a show there in Cobo Arena. That's where the Kiss Alive 1 album was, took the famous photo from Kiss Alive, the original. So, we've got Ted doing his stuff, doing his thing. His friend Fred Bear died in 88. 1989, he did a song called Fred Bear is what he wrote. Now, this album didn't come out till 1995, but I got a information here for you, Andy. I think you might like this. 1989, Ted Nugent sang the national anthem at a Twins game against the Yankees.
Beautiful.
on a Friday night in the Metrodome. That
Beautiful.
next day, he was at the Sportsman Show, the Minnesota fall and winter sports show. And he came there and talked about conservatism, his wildlife background and outdoors and stuff like that. He came in and talked and did that. I got tickets. My mom and dad both went. I think my dad got tickets somewhere. Coach Mike got tickets from, I don't know, maybe a Pheasants Forever group or something. It says, hey, do you want to go? I says, I'm not big into the outdoorsman stuff, but because Nugent's going to be there, I'll go. He's going to be there. And they said there's a chance to meet him and get his autograph and whatnot. So Nugent was there.
Here he is.
After he was done with the spiel, he gets on stage and plays this song called Fred Bear. No one knows what it is. He said a long friend of his growing up. I think Fred Bear was born in 1902 or something. There's a statue of him in Michigan. There is he's like the best ever archery guy in the U.S. Bow and arrows. When you buy your bows and your composite bows, you can get the Fred Bear models and whatnot. Huge hero. He died. He did a song about him. And then afterwards, I did get a chance to meet him there, the Nuge.
There he is.
So,
Ted.
First time
nice
met.
Flow, by the way.
Yeah, we got some flow.
Yeah, a little flow going there. Yeah, we'll put that on the Facebook page later. Look at that here.
Met Ted, got his and got his autograph and met him. And then the night before, I saved the clip out at the Metrodome.
Okay.
When he did this national anthem at the Metrodome against the Yankees. It was a Friday night game. I was a big Nugent fan back then, of course. So I saved all these clippings, and I went and dug them out today to tie it into the show. Nugent, very big fan of ours, of course, going way back.
Yes.
Later in 2000, he wrote a book, Andy. And now that I come to think of it,
yep.
When I come to think of it, this was released in 2000. His TV show went live in 2001. I think this was a promotion thing. Get the book out there, stir up some interest, and then have his cable show go on and kick off at the same time. So I didn't put two and two together until today, and I think that was what he did, and the show was very successful. The folks that are into bow hunting and things like that, deer hunting, elk, bear hunting, things like that, very big followers of Ted Nugent on the nature side of things. I didn't know how prominent he was as far as what he all the different hunts that he does and charitable things he does with kids and disadvantaged kids and things like that. He brings them out to do hunts and things like that. So Nugent, very good guy. I'm not going to talk about his politics and anything here, but very well-renowned guy on that outdoorsman side of life.
And that's the thing about Ted is he does mix his political views, his music, his charitable. He does kind of mix them sometimes. But there's a lot of people who listen to his music, older folk, like Big Brother of mine, who probably could give two rats' asses what his political point of view is and still listens to him. The artists today, actors and musical artists today are like, if you're not my political party, screw you, don't listen to me.
Very true.
Ted can flip the switch. I'm Ted Nugent, musician, talking to you now. I'm Ted Nugent, political guy, talking to you now. I'm Ted Nugent, sheriff of Texas, because he's a sheriff down there, I guess. Somewhere. Ted Nugent, whatever. He can flip that switch, but he's going to mix the stuff in a little bit accidentally if it comes up.
Yeah, he will wear the two different hats.
Yep. But he'll go on the whole. He'll be talking about his hunting stuff. Hey, I'm gonna go about sport hunting, but to do that, he's got to put the political hat on because they want to do some. If they want to change certain hunting laws in Michigan where he's at, so that's where he's got to put the political and hunting hat both on. But that's because it's meant to be.
Yeah.
His musical and political one time, I think it's with Damn Yankees or just before that.
Okay.
They were in Kansas, and the thing Ted always did, end of the show, he'd stand at one end of the stage and had a target at the other, and he'd light the end of a arrow and shoot across. And they told him, no open flames in here. They tried to tell Ted no.
No, that's not going to fly.
He wrote the check for the fine, and they did it anyway.
Yeah, good stuff. I did read on some of the comments yesterday when I was reviewing the album just on YouTube on the album, scrolling through the comments. It does come up a lot that hey, I don't like his political views or what he does outside of music, but I will listen to his music all day long. It's unbelievable. And then the rest of the folks on the comments are like, why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? This is one of the best guitarists of our time. He's not in, right?
And a lot of it's got to do with politically.
Okay. Oh yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of those guys because Kiss finally went in a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they had just badmouthed the Hall of Fame left and right. So I don't know if Ted's ripped on them enough.
Yeah.
He wants no part of it. And
yeah, he's not.
How do you know they haven't offered to him and he said no? I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting, but boy, if you go back and listen to some of these tracks, just the guitar work and what a master genius he is on the guitar. It's very fun to listen to. But that's all I've got. Anything else, Andy?
No, just I said if you wanna, Ted knows what he's talking about politically. Is he accurate? My opinion. Sports songs and politics here for a little bit. My opinion. Listen to Ted Nugent speak politically is like a lot like listening to Rush Limbaugh. It's opinion, kind of fact-based. If you take his sentence and you strip it down, I agree with the point he's trying to make.
Yep.
I just don't like the way he goes about it sometimes.
Yep.
I could say that about Rush Limbaugh. I could say that about Jesse Ventura when he was governor. I kind of agreed at this point. I just didn't like the way he went about it. You went a little outside the lines with it, But if you take the time to stop and listen to what he said, don't listen to the way he said it. I don't want to see how a sausage is made, but I'll eat a sausage. Okay?
Yes.
It's kind of the same thing. Listen to what he's saying, the point he's trying to make. And you can kind of agree with him or disagree. Go to his point first where you go, well, I have an autographed hat that has elect that adjective.
Blank.
I have one of those autographed at home. Mostly for the autograph.
Yeah.
Who cares what he autographed? It's Ted Nugent's autograph for crying out loud, So it was given to me as a gift. It was like a $20 donation and he'll autograph a hat for you. Autograph a piece of driftwood for all I care. It's Ted Nugent's autograph, man.
He did say, and then he's hard to, you can't really go after the guy because he comes out on his talks and speeches and talks about the youth and the people that want to be rock musicians and stuff and says, number one, don't drink, don't do drugs. He says, I don't have any piercings on my body. I leave a clean lifestyle. You guys want to get a rush? Go on a white-tailed deer hunt with me sometime.
Yep.
That'll get your blood going. And so very, very good as far as that. Also, like you mentioned before, a very intelligent guy as well. So very promoting the good things. Get outdoors, get off your video games, get off your cell phones, get outdoors and do something and make yourself useful. He's a good guy. Not a single
exception of the hunting part and different political views. He reminds me of Gene Simmons a lot.
Okay.
Their lifestyle, their addictions they had in growing through their bands.
Very similar with their addictions in the past. Non-drugs
and the lack of it. Neither one did drugs or drinking or this or that. But they also had another addiction that was very bad. But and look, they're both still around, doing okay, looking good. I mean, Gene looks like he's 80. Ted kind of looks like he's in his 70s. What do you expect? Some of these other guys have looked like hell for 40 years,
Yeah, no tattoos, no piercings, no alcohol, no drugs. He gets his vices and addictions are elsewhere, but he said it's the way to go. It's unbelievable, and he's been married to Shemaine now for how many years?
Right,
and that's been a perfect little marriage there with him, along with the kids and stuff. So. He's a guy to look up to and respect, whether or not you believe the stuff. As far as an adult doing adult things,
yes.
He's a good role model, I think.
Maybe in the 70s, that Ted Nugent's not too much of a role model, but
yes.
musician-wise, guitar playing-wise, yes. Hunter-wise, yes. Lifestyle,
I'll post a link on the Fred Bear stuff too in the description of this video. Please leave your comments below if you have any questions or comments, or if you've seen anything with Fred Bear, or seen him live, or did any work with him, or watch his videos as well. Very important figure in the world of outdoorsmen. Have a good week, everyone.
Happy trails.